Hello YouTube, today I'll show you my 5th place regional deck profile. I took Synchro Adventure at this regional. I thought it was a pretty cool deck, and pretty much before entering the event I set up my mind that I have a lot of combination that can leave me to full combo and rip 3 cards of my opponent's hand, and also end on 3 negations with plus 5 cards or 7 cards in hand. But I enter the event with understanding that if my opponent has 2 hand traps, I lose. So that was my plan. If I see my opponent having 2 hand traps, I just extend the handshake and we go to the next game, you know. And yeah, that was my gamble. Also is a really dice reliant, like who goes first reliant deck. So yeah, I kept that in mind also. So I incorporated 12 hand traps, so it could help me going second a little more, and I just need 2 cards to combo. And also the Fenrir package was MVP. I did play 3 Fenrirs. It's level 7, so I can do some quick maths with that to make some powerful synchros. Not that it's bad by itself, but yeah. I went X11, so 5 wins, 1 draw, and 1 lose. I lose 1 to Unchained. I lose 1 to Unchained just because I'm a YuGiOh player, so sometimes I forget to read. And Overtake, it's not a hard once per turn, so if they negate the activation of Overtake, you can just activate another one. So game 3 I opened 3 Overtakes, and yeah, I just activated once. He negated the activated effect, the activation of the card, and I could have just baited the other one, Tactics draw 2, and I had Jet right to play through his board, because his board was just a double pop they do with the escape, I think is their trap card. But anyways, enough of that. We jump to the deck profile. So for the main deck, for the synchro part, I played 3 Stardust Synchron. So Stardust Synchron is pretty nice if you normal summon him, but you have to be aware that if you go for your right line, if you activate it right, you cannot activate the effect of normal summon monsters. So that's a downside of him, but he compensates that with the effect that you can tribute the monster, special summon him from the hand, and you get the Illumination to your hand. And also is one card, not one card junk, but in combination with the Magician Souls, you can make junk with Magician Souls in this guy. And you pretty much play 2 Magician Souls because illusion gets you to your souls. Next, 3 Jet, the heart and soul of the deck, of course. 2 Revolution, and the 1 Assault Synchron. 1 Assault Synchron because I don't have many lines that gets me to Jet. Only if I make junk with Accel Synchron and then the Water Enchantress, and I save my Gryphon for later on. So yeah, just 1. Even if you have hard draw it, you don't miss out on it, because you can just special summon 3 with the junk effect and just use his effect in hand to special summon. And for consistency for these guys, searches any one of these, is 3 tuning, 3 overtake, which is just the special summon Jet from the deck, and then 2 other cards, the Stardust Trail and the Stardust Illumination. That's it for the Synchron parts, or the Stardust Synchron parts of the deck. Next we have the Brave package, Water Enchantress, 1 Gryphon, 3 Rite, 1 Fateful, 1 Dracoback, and the 1 Foolish Burial to send your your Water Enchantress. So yeah, It's pretty good because if you don't have access to your synchro lines, because this is not for negating anything. It is cool that it does that, but their main purpose in this deck is not to negate nothing. It's just to give you a level 4 and a level 7 body, or a level 3 body. You can search her and special summon her if you have a Brave token or Adventure token in your field. So yeah, this is the main purpose, but sometimes you break, you see hand traps, for example, Fenrir, and some way to get to this engine. So you have like a 1 card banish, Omni negation with this guy, and whatever hand trap you have, and you'll always have access to your level 4 token as long as you have Faithful face up on the field. So it's pretty cool. Even if you did somehow break or you don't have combo, you can still control the game from there. Speaking of control, this guy is the best. 3 Fenrirs and the Illusion Souls package. So yeah, I did play Herald in the extra deck, and there are some lines that if I have a read or I fear just an Nibiru in hand, I can go for the Herald line. And the Herald line lets me make Herald early on and then go Junk, and then after Junk resolves, I go for a Crystal Wing, and then I can synchro with the Herald to make my other extenders and continue to play on like Accel. So when Herald goes to the graveyard, you add the Illusion of Chaos, and it gets you soul, so you have extra draws or even a level 1 body on field. So yeah, I don't regret playing this. As I said, if you have one of these two with the Stardust Synchron, Junk Speeder. Next for hand traps, I have 3 Nibiru, 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Impermanence. So theory behind this, as I said, going second, you don't have much choices, so you have to play a lot of hand traps, and you just 2-card combo, or you just control the game and you wait until you have some way to synchro climb, right? So yeah, 3 Nibiru is, my understanding was, whatever deck it is, you cannot escape 3 Nibiru with the combination of any of the 6 cards. So that was why they were there. And also Ash is universally good, and you can always side this out for more good stuff, I guess, in your side deck. That's it for the deck. 44 cards. I think it's the perfect list. I wouldn't change anything, to be honest. So yeah, as I said, the one draw was the mirror match. We took too long and we ended on a draw, and my loss was me not reading my own cards. So I never lost to technically nobody. Yeah, for the extra, we have 1 Junk. Yeah, Junk is the soul of this deck. If it resolves, you can do whatever you want, pretty much. 1 Herald, as I said, some cool lines with Herald, and is like a late game Omni Gate, which will get you body on field or draw with the souls. Accel, you just level modulate with him to make Trishula, so you have your Rip 3. Jet, not only overtake target, it's not only overtake target, but going second and breaking boards, it's so good. It just bounces 1, recurs itself as a level 5, and like, let's say you have a Stardust Synchron in your graveyard, then you can make him level 5 and you go for your rank 10, level 10. Baronne's pretty good. Hyper Librarian, I don't know, this card is broken. I drew 5 every time. I drew 7, sometimes 8, and on top of souls, I went up to 10 draws, so it's crazy. Charge is a bridge and a draw. It's just there for revolution lines. You always go for Junk Jet to make this guy draw 1, and then him and what's it called, Assault, to make your Accel, and so on and so on. The Stardust, so 1 OG Stardust just for his effect, and the 1 Accel Synchron Stardust Dragon to, yeah, it's just a extender on Synchro Summon, you get the special level 2 or lower tuner. And then second effect is what makes your junk speeder unaffected. So you just tribute him and then Synchro Summon with monsters you control, and the ones that Synchro Summon after this effect resolve are unaffected by card effects. So yeah, whatever they do to your junk after that, their mistake. Omega, I mean, even at 1, this card ended up being degenerate because this is the RIP 2 and Trishula is the third one. So yeah, that I don't know, should be banned. Crystal Wing, godly. Trishula for extra negation, and going second is not bad because you get to banish a card from field, graveyard, and hand. So pretty cool. Satellite, only used it with my draw line. If I get draw, then I have to use this to end on 3 negations. But going second, it never came up because either I hand trapped them or I had Fenrir to break their board, so it didn't came up much. I just most of the time popped it with Baronne to special summon with my draw line. So speaking of Baronne, Dis Pater, and Crimson Dragon. So yeah, that rounds up my extra deck, and since it's a regional topping deck profile, I'll show you also my side deck. So my thoughts entering this event is like, I have 7 slots that I will not change. Like this card I will play 100%. So, and they were 4 Bystials and 3 evenly matched. So generically good, you know. Good against branded. I don't want to get puppet luck. I want to banish their Albas. Some rogue decks, I want to punish them for playing light and darks by playing Bystials. But till last minute, I was between Bystials and Diddy Crows. But yeah, last minute I ended up on Bystials because Druid Swarm is such a good card against Unchained. So yeah. And then last minute, I added the draw because I was debating between 3 draws or 3 forbidden droplets. And yeah, I opted on draw just because I don't want to lose the Dark World. Like Dark World, I hate that deck. I don't want to sit 20 minutes so you can rip my hand. I do the same thing, it's ironic, but I do it on less time. I can do it on 5 minutes, 7 minutes if you don't have any interruption. You don't have on 2 cards in hand. You draw whatever combination you want. You're gonna break my board. I left the opponents trying to play after that. Is I have 7 in hand. You have 3 cards. I have 3 on negation. So I don't know. They wanted to play, I guess. Say I upped it on draw just because of that. And then I chose this package, the thrust package. So 2 thrusts, 1 talents, 1 dark ruler, and 1 deep barrier. Thrust going second is always in my deck because if I'm missing one of the parts of my combo, so if I'm missing the Synchron engine, I get to add the tuning over the Overtake. And if I'm missing the Brave package, I get to add the Rite to my hand. And even if we negate the activation of Rite, I can still activate Thrust, add Rite, activate Rite, and still good because you can only activate once per turn. So you can only activate 1 Rite of Aramesir. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. As a tournament experience with the deck was pretty cool. It was a long time since I took a combo deck because this is combo heavy, right? I usually went for more of a control deck when I went to regionals because more consistency and all that. But I really like deck. Also, I was hoping to catch some opponent off guard. You know, they don't know what my deck do. They don't know where to interrupt me. They want to Ash or Imperm or Veiler my junk. Because they know it's a good card, but they don't know that it's unaffected, right? Because they don't pick up my cards and read them. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. And yeah, see you on the next one.